Okay, so I want to go through the patch I used for the Crossroads Volume 3 performance. I'm not going to actually play the performance, I'm just going to play the patch. I've retuned one of the notes so that I can just run everything together. So let's just turn things on. We'll turn it on, hear it, turn it off, and then talk about it. Okay, so lots of drones with fairly consonant sort of pitch changes in often octaves and fifths, harmonic series. So, the basic patch originally started life as just the A toner. The A toner is going through the harmonic series. It's being modulated by a function here, which is just sweeping it up and down so we get that repeated pattern. I then added a drone that's coming from the Doppler oscillator there, and then I discovered I needed to change it to different keys. So I then made a pretend A toner from Renee, controlling this oscillator part of the DPO over here. So it's playing in C at the moment, but if I want to, I can change it and make it play in, say, A. So I'm using the pressure points to transpose it. This also transposes the mistron and the telharmonic, so I can play the different things in the different keys. It's played in D. That's slightly out of tune, but we will fix that another day. Okay, so then we added another drone for a certain point, which in the show was in a different key. So this one from the elements, and I trigger that, turning it on with pressure points, and it will just play the drone. Sometimes I would play around with it, but no. Another interesting thing that I then was playing with is we needed to make babbling sort of noises. So made this. This is with the timbre oscillator on the DPO, the one that says final, and this is being modulated by the quantized random sound. Oh no, sorry, by the noise ring. So we're using that to modulate it with octaves, and it's also going through clouds, which is just being pitch shifted. So the combination of the DPO, the clouds, and the noise ring gave us this effect. Now I also needed some percussion elements which came from the Woggle Bugs oscillators going into this dual low pass gate here, which is then being struck from the pulses module in the Turing machine. So the basic rhythm patterns were generated by that. And then we have another rhythm pattern, which is the telharmonics noise, wherever it's gone, there, going into the fixed filter bank. And the RX, and then into the RXMX. I think I'll turn this down a bit. My fake A-toner, and the other things are the Mistron, which is playing octaves, which is coming through the Doppler random voltages, and so it's giving me the different octaves. Sometimes I play it like that, sometimes I just play it with the high notes. And the final thing is the telharmonic. So the telharmonic, we've got both of the outputs going into, what's it going into? Oh, I was wrong before. The Woggle Bug's going into the Optimix, which is being struck. So this percussion sound is actually Woggle Bug and Optimix. This is what happens when you can't follow my patch cables. And then for the telharmonic, that's going into the low pass gate, and that's being triggered by two slow mass envelope generators, which are fading up and down, and they're triggering each other. So you can see the end of cycles triggering this one, and the end of rise, wherever it is here, is triggering this one. So we're getting a crossfade between the two different outputs of the telharmonic. And that is basically it.
that's a different thing.
Oh, what's happening here? The whole patch is mixed in another patch in PD so that I can turn things on and off during the performance. And the spacebar turns it on, any other note turns it off, and I've got various delays and effects on it. It's just easier for me to be able to control everything using essentially a homebrew digital mixer. And that is that.